the late afternoon sessions have advantages as well as disadvantages. But I'll leave disadvantages aside, I'll only take advantages. And the advantage I'm talking about, all my previous speakers have made my job extremely simple because they already talked about convergence, they have talked about Niagara, recently we heard Martin talking about redundancy. And that makes my life extremely simple because that gives me a lot of time to focus on my topic, that is connected lighting for Niagara. And I would like to start with a simple question. Raise your hand if you already have worked on BMS or your office has building management system. Show of hand, please. Thank you. And hold your hand for some time, please. Hold up your hands if your office also has connected lighting or lighting management system. Interesting. And numbers speaks itself. And we are talking about connecting world. This is a small excerpt from European lighting industry. If you notice, even in India, the LEDification started somewhere in 2014 and 2015 with a single objective of saving energy. But as we are progressing, industry and the users have started realizing the illumination or light has much more to offer beyond just energy savings. And that's where the benefits like human-centric lighting or other light for sustainability and the light for well-being are being talked about. And then we have applications like human-centric lighting. Human-centric lighting is very intriguing. But unfortunately, with the available time, I don't think I'll be able to give justice to talk about this. Those who are really interested can visit our stall and we can have a live demonstration as far as human-centric lighting is concerned. But my point is, nobody is questioning about benefits of these applications like human-centric lighting, dynamic daylight harvesting, connected lightings. Every day in, day out, we have been hearing these terms called smart lighting, intelligent lighting and whatnot. And customers are really demanding that. Today customers are looking for real convergence. And as I said, like my previous speakers have already spoken about convergence. Are they really able to get that? We will see that. Customers today want real choice. They don't want to get hooked with a particular vendor or a particular technology for a lifelong. They want simple, neat and clean architecture. Of course, maintenance is the big question today. Customers are looking for maintenance-friendly applications and of course energy savings and ROI. And more importantly, today the biggest demand for customers is they want to be in control and not dependent on any vendor or a technology. Having said that, these are the challenges which we and our customers are facing. In a context of lighting management I'm talking about, and largely it is true for other systems as well, most of the LMSs today what we see are proprietary in nature. And you know what? Almost everybody are still using the open standard called DALI. But still at the upper layer, they are proprietary and hence they are not easily or seamlessly able to interoperate with other systems. And that makes their architecture extremely complex. Obviously costly because there are redundant infrastructure involved. Access to the limited data, and today we are talking about data is another oil, right? But though the data is available, we are not able to really use it for the real purpose. Point I'm trying to raise is that in spite of that, our customers are demanding convergence, and what they are being delivered is something like this. In a context of LMS, we have an independent lighting control system working in silo. So we have a different logic, we have different controllers, we have different additional maintenance commissioning and maintenance effort required for it. And ultimately, because customers today want convergence, they have been converted using BACnet and then connected to BMS. And that's where I am making a very outline statement that today In a context of LMS, what we have convergence at the cost of additional infrastructure, at the cost of the additional efforts required for commissioning and subsequently for maintenance. But the good news is that when it comes to Niagara, convergence is truly native. And what I mean is, the same setup, the same setup where your lightings are directly connected to your BMS controller, right? And what it means is that we are taking away all your redundant infrastructure which is required for lighting controls. It's not rocket science. It definitely saving your cost because you are not adding away additional controller infrastructure. That is also saving you additional commissioning efforts, and most importantly, there is no separate system to maintain in the future. Isn't that simple, neat and clean? That's what we are talking about. Niagara brings your convergence native. And how we are making it possible? This is possible because there is a software driver called Elite DALI, which is a native driver for Niagara. By having Elite DALI on your Niagara-based controller, your Niagara-based controller can be act as smart IoT convergent DALI system. So means you are using your Niagara workbench, same workbench which anyways you are using for managing your BMS can also be used to commission your DALI-based lighting control system. You don't have to learn any other software for other LMSs. A simple Niagara driver used on any Niagara-based controller, and you have LMS inbuilt or seamless along with your BMS. This setup is being used globally. As we speak, almost 150,000 DALI devices globally are connected using this system on various Niagara instances. There are these are some of the Niagara partner projects installed globally. And I'm extremely proud to announce that last week we completed an agreement with a Fulan Inc., which is a US-based company, to acquire this driver along with CNS N-Ocean, which is a Niagara driver for connecting N-Ocean devices. So with this, we will be not only supporting these global customers, but we have our own roadmap to elevate and innovate this Elite DALI product suite to the next versions, wherein we would be supporting it to DALI 2.0. We have our own roadmap to develop wireless connectivity with a Bluetooth mesh as far as lighting is concerned. And this has made us possible because now we have a complete access to the IP of Elite DALI driver, and sitting here in India, we will be developing and supporting all our global customers and of course all our Indian partners and the customers. These are some of, we have a global presence of certified Elite DALI partners who are supporting their customers in their respective regions. These are some of our customers here in India. In fact, I would like to highlight this Toll Technology Center in Pune. This is a true example of a convergence wherein on this side we have entire BMS, including all possible services of BMS connected along with lighting, also access control. Now when I'm saying lighting, we had a unique concept here. In most of the cases, like we have a DALI lighting controls. Having said that, we may not have a real value of the dimmable lights when they are in interior part because we don't have access to the natural light there. So we use a very unique concept here as a hybrid wherein we have a non-dimmable lights and the dimmable lights. So all my facades, it's a 50,000 square feet square block having glass facade across all the sides, and we have all dimmable lights across the facade, and all interior lights are non-dimmable. But still, all the light fittings in that facility are connected to BMS and scheduled completely entirely switchless operation. No switches are in operation, with the benefit of daylight harvesting with their Niagara platform. Then we have an industrial customer called Schaeffler, which is another interesting facility, which is a industrial setup around 252 highway lights of 120 watts each. And we use a dynamic, I'm using this term called dynamic here because most of the times you only hear about daylight harvesting. The clear difference here is that in most of the times our sensors are acting as a controllers when they are hard-coded programmed. While as in Niagara, the sensors are acted or used as input devices, and sensors are only just notifying the status of the light or the occupancy to the Niagara. And then Niagara has a complete flexibility and control to decide what needs to be done. And that's where we are able to do a runtime dynamic daylight harvesting, meaning what? If we have a 200 lux available from the natural light and we need a 300 lux, then my artificial lights will only give me 100 lux. And that gives me benefit of not only energy saving, but friends, the most important benefit of maintaining constant lux. And that way I'm actually adding to the positive conducive working environment because I'm not over eliminating the space and hence not spacing out the occupants' day. So the benefits of lighting controls goes much beyond lighting energy savings. More importantly, in the productivity, another benefit I can talk about is automated fault detection. You know what? If something goes wrong with this light, at moment someone has to pick up the phone and complain or raise the ticket with the maintenance team, and the team will take over, right? In such setting, these lights are capable enough to communicate on its own in real time that I am faulty. I'm on first floor in so-and-so boardroom and so-and-so light asset, and I'm faulty because my light lamp or LED is good, but my ballast is faulty. We can also append the data that ballast is of make so-and-so was installed on so-and-so date, which is currently under warranty. Now imagine the two scenarios. In earlier scenario, my maintenance team has to come twice a year. In the later scenario, my maintenance team will come prepared with the ballast, just fix it and go away. Right? This is where we are complementing IoT and not using lighting control just for the sake of energy savings, right? Dimming up and down. But we are also using the data which is being generated out of this ballast or out of these lights for a different interesting purpose. One use case I'll talk about, one data point we can capture is the burning hours of the lamp. Most of the LED lights today give you 50,000 burning hours, right? Now with this, we can also get into a predictive analytics that as on date, the 30,000 hours are already lapsed. That means this lamp will only go for 20,000 hours, so and so date, so I need to be ready with my procurement. Right? Point I'm trying to raise is lighting controls is not just for the sake of automation, but if we really design it to well, we have a capability to really use the data in real operational efficiency and management. And then we have another interesting project which is coming up with the Tata Motors, which is one of the dream project for Tata Motors, wherein the entire facility, it's for their engineering research center, wherein their management has dreamed to establish a world-class facility with all advanced technologies. And we have been selected there against all big players, just because of capabilities of vendor independence, and thanks to Niagara. And second, we could demonstrate the dynamic daylight harvesting capability which nobody was able to demonstrate. And now we actually were there just to sell lighting controls. But ultimately, when we presented the entire big picture, friends, we also got the order for the entire BMS. And now we are delivering the entire automated facility, which includes lighting management system for dynamic daylight harvesting, along with their building management system, which includes their UPS, energy management, electrical panels, HVAC, fire and safety, and access controls. So these are some of the projects which we have executed in India. And as I said earlier, we are now developing on the next roadmap as far as this product is concerned. And good news is that we have engineering team and development team sitting here locally in India. Definitely that is advantageous to Indian customers and the partners. But we are also supporting all global customers. So with this, I would like to stop and thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, entire Niagara team. Thank you.